McHale who gets a catch. He's got patrol.
Across the major four sports, a bid at perfection, always something worth memorable. And in a season unlike any other, the South St. Paul Packers have a chance for a perfect regular season tonight, but against tough competition, as the South St. Paul Packers travel to the east side of White Bear Lake, as they'll take on the Mahtomedi Zephyrs here on SCC Sports tonight. Hello everybody, my name is Alex Westad, bringing you all the action here from Mahtomedi Area High School. And for these two teams, a historic moment for the South St. Paul Packers, bidding for a perfect season at 18-0, their first conference championship in the Metro East, formerly the Classic Suburban, in almost 51 years of basketball. Something to watch tonight as these two teams look again for that ability for South St. Paul to set that record for a perfect season, and for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs to improve their standing as they look to go into the section playoffs just a few days from now. Taking a look at the players to watch, again, these two teams played each other earlier in the season. It's a series that over the past 5 years or so, as a ball goes flying past me from one of the South St. Paul players, it's a matchup that was dominated by Mahtomedi until just recently. As in the last 10, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs with 7 of 10 wins against the Packers, however 3 in a row for South St. Paul, highlighted by a 101-69 win for the Packers just this past February. Our players to watch tonight, it's Will Underwood for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Averages 23.8 points per game for Keith Newman's squad. Again, and the last time that these two teams played, Underwood had 28 in a losing effort for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. On the other side, for the Packers of South St. Paul, our player to watch is junior guard number 2, Alonzo Dodd, averaging 19.8 points per game, had a game high individually this season on the 29th, or had 29 points on the 23rd of February against the Polars of North St. Paul, and had 19 points against the Zephyrs over in South St. Paul on February the 2nd. Has 3 college offers as well already, does Dodd, to Morgan State, Western Illinois, and the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. For the Packers of South St. Paul, a perfect 17-0 on the season. Again, the Metro East Conference champions for the first time in 51 years. A very difficult test to get through and survive with a Metro East Conference title, and the Packers certainly have earned that here this season. They score an average of 83 points per game, and they only give up 64 for the number 2 ranked team in Class 3A. On the other side, for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, a 7-1 record here at their home court this season, scoring 70 points per game and giving up 61. For head coach Keith Newman and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs in his 15th season, 258, 148 all time, 11-3 this year, 9-3 in the Metro East Conference. We'll pause for a moment for the playing of the national anthem here at Mahtomedi High School, and then we'll reset the starting lineups and get tonight's game underway. We're glad you have joined us. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please feel free to leave some comments. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know where you're watching from, and if we're saying any players' names wrong, obviously we don't have access to the coaches that we normally would, so please feel free to leave those comments and that feedback in those spaces. We'll pause now for the playing of your national anthem. This is your home for Mahtomedi Zephyr boys basketball. playing of the national anthem complete, we are ready for basketball. On your camera screen, Matthew McAllister, head coach of the South St. Paul Packers in season number 2, has completely turned this program 100% swing. In the season before he arrived in South St. Paul, the Packers were 8-15. In 2 seasons since, 35-10, with a improved record last year of 18-10, and now this year so far, perfect, 17-0 on the season, bidding for the perfect season, and again, looking to build upon a very strong output in Section 3-3A as they look to get started. The conference standings again, with South St. Paul already having clinched the conference title in 2021. In second and third are 2 familiar foes, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs and the Tartan Titans. Hastings in fourth, Simley, North St. Paul, Sibley, St. Thomas Academy, and the Pioneers of Hill Murray rounding out the bottom of the Metro East Conference. As the starting lineups get announced here at Mahtomedi High School, we'll set them for you. The starting 5 for the South St. Paul Packers. Number 1, Hafid Hussein, Jalen Neiman Burnett, Devin Newsom, Kevin Flippin, and Anthony Falk Lopez are the starting lineups listed here on the scoreboard here at Mahtomedi High School as they continue to be announced here. The Packers wearing their home white, a nice outfit, that touch of maroon that the Packers use as their main color in the road whites. On the other side of the court for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, the starting lineups to be announced: Owen Carlson, John Schaefer, Cole McCown, Kyle Oswald, and Will Underwood, the starting lineups for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Again, this is the last game of the regular season for the South St. Paul Packers. For the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, after tonight, 1 more game remaining at home here. No, that's on the road. No, it would be home against the Tartan Titans coming up on Saturday at 7 p.m. That game very important. Again, for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, playing out of a very difficult Section 4-3A, where all those teams in that section likely will have to contend with the Minnehaha Academy Red Hawks, a likely and prohibitive favorite in Class 3A. 18 minutes of an opening first half here between the Packers of South St. Paul and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. The last time these 2 teams played, again on Friday, February the 12th, the Packers held a 22-point lead, 45-23 at the end of the opening half, and then a lot of points in the second half. 56-46 advantage for the Packers in that second half, 101-69 the final on Friday, February the 12th. Of the games tonight in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, 41 contests in the Minnesota State High School League tonight. We are glad that you have chosen this one to join us for some basketball here in the beginning of spring and the opportunity for something new as the march to the section playoffs continues, and hopefully for both of these teams, a championship in the very near future. On the opening tip, it'll be Schaefer. Opposed on the far side, the ball tipped back in. Underwood with a quick bucket, up and in, and then the rebound got into back the other way by Anthony Falk Lopez. With an odd man situation is Underwood hobbling back behind in the backcourt. Here to the corner, looking here for Kevin Flippin. Shot is up, no good. Rebound knocked out of the way, and we still have Underwood back on the far side, who's limping off and then out of the gymnasium. And so an immediate substitution here for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs as Underwood is out. And that means that we'll see Ryan Mull a little bit earlier than I'm sure Keith Newman was expecting. So Molly into the game now early, as the Zephyrs will carry into the front court. Schaefer from the left side, working back in, tries to get to Molly again here. McCown trying to drive and lost a handle on it. Can be taken back the other way, then back on the court, taken again by McCown. Carlson on a drive into the low post, puts it up and in, and the Zephyrs take the first lead of the ball game with 2 points for Owen Carlson. Back the other way, Carlson knocks it around, as that was Hafid Hussein, who was trying to look for a redirection out of the paint. Then back the other way, Schaefer drawing contact. Box out is good there by the Packers, but now a chance again for Schaefer. Kicked it back to the wing. Molly puts a shot up just inside the 3-point line, and the rebound got here by Anthony Falk Lopez. Again, the last meeting, as you see on your screen, 101-69, Packers won that game back in February. So a chance to earn the season split and deny the Packers that perfect season. Here to the near side. Driving to the paint, kicked it back out again, far side, Falk Lopez. Onto the corner, Hussein lost it. Now a chance back the other way quickly as John Schaefer into the low post with a beautiful runner up and in. And the Zephyrs with an early 4-0 lead. 2 points for Carlson and 2 points for Schaefer. Hussein working around the near side wing. Can be gotten further again here for Jalen Neiman-Burnett. Interior pass looking for Falk Lopez into the low post. The two teams battle for it. No jump balls. Kicked back out by Kyle Oswald. Schaefer on the fast break. Nice little stutter step. Move to the basket, up and in. Zephyrs exploding early. 4 points for John Schaefer, and the Zephyrs with a 6-0 lead. Hussein, as the Zephyrs employ a full court press, trying to get it back over and then taken away by Schaefer. Here again, Oswald up and in. 8-0, the Zephyrs lead early. From a baseline throw up coming here. Jalen Neiman-Burnett looking inbound, nice behind the back play there by Falk Lopez. Turned the ball over, Carlson first to it from Mahtomedi. McCown picks it back up, baseline drive looking for Molly, fouled on the way of a baseline throw up coming. So a dynamic start for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. 4 points for Schaefer and 2 apiece for Carlson and Oswald, as a foul is called on a number 32. And unfortunately, no 32 listed on the Packer roster, as we'll have a full timeout taken here by the Packers. That'll be their first. And so if you are watching on YouTube, if you do happen to know who number 32 is, if you could please send us a message just to let us know, because hey, you're watching to see your son play. We want to make sure that we get their name correct. So timeout early, 15:39 remaining. Zephyrs 8, South St. Paul yet to score. But again, their offense is very good at that. So this game far from over, as the Packers again averaging about 81 points per game in this season. Their last 10. Again, 3 in a row wins for the Packers. Again, that 101-69 just might meet that matchup just back here in February. A sweep of the regular season series for the Packers last year as well. But before that, 7 consecutive wins for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, as our camera operator, Steven Adams, is being told just to slide down a little bit because the Zephyrs have their rule as far as where we can be. Yep, we got it. Thank you. So we'll have a baseline throw up coming here in just a few moments. As Keith Newman has to like the start to his Packer team, to this Zephyr team so far on the inbound. Schaefer working just inside the post, got it back out again for these efforts to restart again. Kyle Oswald, Carlson on drive on the baseline, back again, up and in. As Ryan Molly for his first bucket of the night, and double digit the Zephyrs lead. Hussein trying to carry the ball back in the front court. Nice behind the back play there for Neiman-Burnett. Battled for and then kicked back out into the front court here, Falk Lopez. Further up ahead, out of bounds, and near our equipment, as the pass was looking there for Kevin Flippin. And another turnover for the Packers. On the inbound, Carlson left it further again for Ryan Wally, as the Zephyrs try to regain the front court. 10-0 Zephyrs lead, 15:05 and counting remaining here in the opening half. McCown for Carlson on the wing. Trying to drive in, working around the defense. Hussein with some great defense for the Packers has to kick it back out. Molly driving into the paint, pull-up jumper, draws the foul, and he'll head to the line. So a nice run to the basket there by Molly. Seeing advantages in the low post, is able to get that shot up, and he'll head to the line for 2. 10.8 points per game for Ryan Molly on his average for the year. And we'll have some substitutions as well, as the anonymous number 32 will sub out, and Ramontre Harmon will sub in for the Packers, the junior guard. So 2 shots upcoming here, and the foul was called on Neiman-Burnett, his first team second for the Packers. First shot is, nope, must have missed one in there. Second shot is good, so the Zephyrs so far 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Full court press on again. Montre Harmon into the front court here, wide open, great layup there for Anthony Falk Lopez. Sitting under the basket, waiting for the open pass, and he gets the first 2 points of the night for the South St. Paul Packers. Zephyrs by 9. Working down and low, freshly into the game now. Shatinsky puts the shot up and gets it to fall. So the Zephyrs scoring in bunches as the Packers try to press the pace. Flippin with a beautiful runner, no good. Shatinsky had it and then lost it through his hands. Then put back up again. Shatinsky with the rebound off of the missed shot there by Falk Lopez. Quickly into the front court. Ryan Molly, corner wing three, Carlson, it's good. Owen Carlson knows how to hit it from the three-point range in the corner, and the Zephyrs lead now extends to 14. Hafid Hussein trying to work around Oswald, then just taken away by Schaefer. Quickly into the front court, Schaefer with a nice move, puts it up, tries a reverse, no good. Rebound gotten to here by Oswald, then kicked out again by Carlson, and now Oswald has it once more. Carlson from the wing puts a three ball up, no good. Rebounded again by Oswald, driving the low post. Great block by the Packers, Falk Lopez. Carlson able to save it as it's battled for their Harmon. Foul is called as Schaefer tries to go to the basket. Kind of a messy play there on both sides. Odd to be sure, but no harm, no foul on either side. Substitutions for the Packers as Anthony Falk Lopez will come out. There's a number 21 coming into the game. The only 21 listed is Matthew Lee. So we'll assume it's Matthew Lee until we're told otherwise. Flippin in the front court, 13:27 remaining here in half number one. Zephyrs lead by 14. Off to the far side. Trying to work around Schaefer that time, as freshly into the game was Neiman Burnett. And we'll have a foul that's called on the ball. This will be a foul on Schaefer. That'll be the second foul of the opening half on the Zephyrs. First individual foul against Schaefer. From that far sideline, Matthew Lee, sophomore forward. Looking to inbound, Hafid Hussein. Trying to work around Riley Einen into the game. Hussein cuts here to the near side, goes to the corner here, looking for Ramontre Harmon. Harmon trying to drive into the low post, defended well by the Zephyrs. Whistle blows, and we'll have our first jump ball of the game. And possession arrow pointing in favor of South St. Paul, so it'll stay here. Again, you see there, great ball movement. And Ramontre Harmon, the junior, with just a nice drive to the basket. We'll have it inbound again. Hussein looking here in the wing for Neiman Burnett. Burnett trying to work around Schaefer, will walk it back to the point. Interior pass down and low, trying to dribble his way in on List, lost the handle again. Carlson has it between his legs, he picks it up, trying to avoid the swat on the defense there by Jalen Neiman Burnett, and then Schaefer back into the front court quickly. Wow, nice play there by Ryan Molly around the back. Riley Einen is Cole McCown looking to sub back in. Carlson cuts it back on a baseline drive, kick back out far side, faked the three, did Molly, and then a nice little Euro step move around the world, and the rebound got to again here by the Packers as they'll carry it again to the front court. Kevin Flippin trying to work around Einen. Have to throw it back again for Hussein. Hussein picks up a wing three ball, no good. Rebounded here by the Packers as they try to put it up and in. And the first 2 points of the night for Jalen Neiman Burnett are good. And for Burnett, who averages 6.3 a game, we have action again in the Zephyr front court. Schaefer on a runner, no good. Shatinsky picks up the rebound, tried to go up with it, fouled on the way to the hoop, and he'll head to the line for two. So a nice series of play there by the Packers to get on the scoreboard again, and then Shatinsky not giving up on that basket. Again, you see there, rebound by Schaefer. Shatinsky right under the basket for the rebound, put the shot up, and then the contact called against number 22, Jalen Neiman Burnett, his second, team third for the Packers. More substitutions as Hussein and Neiman Burnett will sub out. And back into the game is number 32. Actually not Hussein. I thought Hussein was going out, but I guess not. He was just going back to the point. So 2 shots upcoming here for Shatinsky. As both are, one of the 2 is good. We'll have substitutions again as Schaefer will leave. Cole McCown will come back into the game, the 6'3" junior for the Zephyrs. On the inbound. Full court press back on here again from Mahtomedi, defended by Carlson and Einen. Quickly back in the front court, Harmon trying to work into the low post, blocked by Shatinsky and saved again by Harmon on the ball out of bounds. Hussein from the corner for 3, bounces high into the air, battled for as the ball continues to be fought for once more, and the Zephyrs come away with it. Into the front court, Kyle Oswald, kick back further for Einen, trying to lose the handle on it though into the low post. To be taken back again the other way by the Packers. Whistle blows, double dribble called against the Packers, and so a turnover here for South St. Paul. 11:34 remaining here in the opening half. Nasir Jones, number 32, and at number 20 is America Finch. Thank you to Darren Edwards watching on Facebook. Certainly appreciate that. But again, there must be some miscommunication between the roster we were given on our way into the building and not. So I appreciate you, Darren. Thank you again for watching the broadcast here tonight. Hussein with the ball into the front court here. 11-10 remaining in the opening half. 17-4 Zephyrs lead. Hussein working around the screen provided there for Nasir Jones. Goes back again to the point once more for Matthew Lee. Jones dribbling back, working around Carlson. Nice around the back move. He'll save it here in the corner, does Jones. Reset here further for Falk Lopez, and then once again for Hafid Hussein. Hussein dribbling back to the far side wing. Trying to look for it further there. Now interior here for Falk Lopez. Lost the handle on Carlson. Has it go off of his foot. To be saved by Shatinsky into the front court. Cole McCown up 4-2. Cole McCown with his first bucket of the night. The Zephyr lead extends to 15. Hafid Hussein quickly into the front court for the Packers. Working around Kyle Oswald. Trapped in the corner. Kicked back out. As they rule, he was right on the out of bounds line. So the call out of bounds. Here again, as we'll have substitutions for both sides, as Matthew Lee will exit the game for the time being. So to reset the court for South St. Paul, we have Hafid Hussein, America Fitch, and then Nasir Jones, Anthony Falk Lopez, and Kevin Flippin on the court right now for the Packers. Schaefer on a drive, blocked. Beautiful play by Kevin Flippin for South St. Paul. And in the front court is the ball out of bounds. And it'll be fielded here. We'll have a sideline throw up coming. Resetting the court for the Zephyrs. Carlson, Schaefer, McCown, Oswald, and Molly. Again, if you're just joining us here, story so far to watch. Will Underwood left on the first possession in the front court for Mahtomedi, who appeared to be grabbing his back. So unlikely, certainly, that Underwood will return to the game, although he is sitting on the Zephyr bench as of this moment in the chair in the far corner of your screen. On the front court, Hussein from the wing, trying to work around Schaefer defensively, tries to drive into the post and then kick back out again further for Kevin Flippin. Flippin, avoiding the double team, goes back out to reset once again, and further for Nasir Jones. America Fitch trying to drive the lane. Foul is called. We'll have a baseline throw up coming. Again, if you're watching on youtube.com/Suburban Community Channels, there are 17 of you currently watching. Just a reminder, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. And again, if there are any other number confusions, as again, a number of the South St. Paul Packer team is out tonight due to spring break. I was told by a couple of Packer parents in the building. If there's any confusions with numbers, just let us know. Make sure to make the correct calls the rest of the way. On the far side, Nasir Jones lost the ball on the handle there, was looking for Fitch. Great block by America Fitch to draw. No, not a foul, certainly. We'll take a look at that on the replay again, but beautifully timed jump by America Fitch on Carlson. Let's take a look. What do we think? Carlson on the run to the basket. Fitch goes up, got all ball. So a foul that certainly the Packers will not like to see, as Carlson will take 2 shots. It's the first one there. 6 points on the night so far for Carlson, who averages 12.8. Another substitution for South St. Paul as Neiman Burnett re-enters the game. Carlson has 1 more shot awaiting. And America Fitch will sub out. So perfect trip for the line. 2 for 2 is Carlson. That puts him up to 7 points on the night. As the ball out of bounds, it'll stay in South St. Paul. Well, I guess it can't physically stay in South St. Paul. We're in Mahtomedi, not South St. Paul. Lovely school, South St. Paul. That building and that gym, that gets rocking, I'll tell you that much. Hafid Hussein, 8:56 remaining here in the opening half, 21-4. Mahtomedi leads over the South St. Paul Packers. Looking again, the Packers for a perfect season. On the drive to the basket, down and low. Great runner, but did not get the run on the rim. And off the shot of Anthony Falk Lopez. Molly picks it up just inside the free throw line. Outside again, Kyle Oswald trying to work there with McCown, trying to navigate that play. Schaefer looking again, Carlson on the baseline drive, kick back out, and then taken away by Jalen Neiman Burnett for the Packers. Neiman Burnett into the front court. Looking for an outlet play here for Kevin Flippin in the corner. Trying to defend there, Neiman Berman does Carlson, switches there for Schaefer defensively for the Zephyrs. Great play to hold, he was able to do so, but then throws the ball away. As he was looking for Jalen Neiman Burnett was Kevin Flippen, and the ball out of bounds. Substitution for the Zephyrs, as coming out will be Kyle Oswald, and Riley Einen will come into the game. The 5'9" senior for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs averages 3.1 points per game for Mahtomedi. Keith Newman's squad. Into the front court, Einen. From the far side wing, working around Hafid Hussein, puts the ball in low further for Schaefer. Schaefer trying to avoid the contact there from Falk Lopez. 3-ball from Einen is good. And 20 points the lead for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Into the front court, Kevin Flippen. Trying to get the ball to Hussein, but instead has to avoid a double team, assisted by Carlson. Hafid Hussein. Trying to work around Einen, works it back to the point. Goes again to the far side wing, trying to work it out of bounds. It went off the hands of Einen, so possession still to the Packers. 7:36 remaining here, opening half. 24-4, the Zephyrs lead. Fouls in the half are 4-3. The Packers with 4. Schaefer goes up high and slaps it down. John Schaefer, 6 points on the night for the Zephyrs. Timeout, South St. Paul. And I think coming into this matchup, if you were to say to anyone, whether that be for Mahtomedi or for South St. Paul, if you would have said almost 10 minutes through the first half that the Zephyrs would have a 22-point lead and have held the South St. Paul Packers, one of the most prolific offenses in the state, to just 4 points, I think you would be surprised to see the score which we are currently seeing. Carlson with 7, Schaefer with 6. Leading all scorers for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, the 4 points for the Packers. 2 by way of Nasir Jones, and then the other 2 going to Anthony Falk Lopez. You see on your screen, Mahtomedi 1-3 this year against teams with a record above 500. As we take a look at the Mahtomedi Zephyrs schedule and the teams that they play, again playing in the Metro East Conference, and you look at their schedule, a couple of canceled games at Hill Murray and at Simley, both canceled. But again, the other ones that ring a bell is a loss earlier in the season, 101-69 to the South St. Paul Packers, and a loss to Tartan by 5 points, 63-58 back on Tuesday, March the 2nd. So that's where we stand. The only other win, or the other loss against a team above 500 comes in the form of the Simley Spartans. And for the Simley Spartans, just barely over 500, 6-5. Off the inbound. Full court press on again for the Zephyrs as the Packers quickly trying to get into the front court. Long pass, great save play made by Falk. Lopez puts it back up. Rebound again for the Packers and put back in for Kevin Flippen. So the first points of the night for Kevin Flippen, and the lead now to 20. Into the front court, Ryan Molly, 6'1" senior for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, averages 10.1 points a game. Schaefer for Carlson on the wing, working around the defense there of Flippen. Cole McCown, corner looking for Schaefer, tipped off the hands there on a good jump and a great read by Jalen Neiman Burnett. Schaefer back for Carlson again on the wing. Carlson, nice little dribble. He tries to go up to the basket and lays it in himself. Owen Carlson, 9 points on the night for the Zephyrs, and the lead is 22. Foul is called. This one will go against Carlson. It'll be the 4th team foul of the opening half for the Zephyrs. And again, neither team really in foul trouble, either individually or as a team. Just 14 fouls apiece. Some very clean ball so far tonight. Again, you could even argue that the foul called against America Fitch wasn't. We have a travel violation called as well, as Matthew Lee is called for the travel. And another turnover here for the Packers. On the inbound, Schaefer. Here for Ryan Molly, looking to reset again, calling a play into the front court. Goes off to the wing here for Carlson. Carlson with some ball movement again to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to drive around Lee. Goes back again for Molly in the wing. Defended well here by Nasir Jones. On the drive, Molly to the low post. Keep back out again for Einen just inside the three-point line, and it's good. And Einen with 5 points for the Zephyrs, and the lead now 24. Nasir Jones around the full court press. Trying to gain the front court line. Jones on a drive to the basket, puts it up in the post, does not get to the go, does not get the contact either. Shot back up, foul is called on Cole McCown. Great pursuit, relentless effort there by the Packers of South St. Paul. But again, they tried to put the ball up and in, but were unable to do so. First by Nasir Jones. Again, you thought that he might get something there. Good pursuit again by Falk Lopez. And then once more, and you see just enough contact on the arm of Kevin Flippin to send him to the line for 2 shots. As a first shot is no good for Kevin Flippin on the year. Averages 1.1 points per game, so already with a new high. He has a total of 8 points so far this season. And so certainly well above his average, and hopefully for the Packers he can continue to improve on that here tonight. Second shot now for Flippin. He's up from the free throw line, and it's good. So 30-7 now the lead for the Zephyrs. 5:54 remaining here in the opening half. Carlson on the jam with a response. Schaefer with one dunk, Carlson with the other, and the contact for the foul. Foul will be called on America Fitch. And again, we'll take a look at it here. Just the slam and the contact on the right arm by Fitch. We'll have a substitution as Shatinsky will come back in for Cole McCown. And a chance for a 3-point play here for Owen Carlson for the Zephyrs. So with Underwood out, Carlson, the leading scorer for Mahtomedi, 12.8 points per game. Full court press on again. Jones for Hussein, trying to gain that center court line into the corner off of the bleachers and somehow not damaging any of our equipment at all. So we'll have a sideline throw up coming here for Schaefer. Schaefer on the inbound. Ryan Molly, 3 points tonight for the Zephyrs. Into the front court, onto the far side. Trying to work around again. Nice runner, untouched on the way to the basket. And the runner complete on that play by Ryan Molly. He has 5 points now for Mahtomedi. America Fitch looking there as I think he was trying to go for Nasir Jones, but the pass behind him. But it went off of the hands of one of the Zephyrs. And so possession stays to South St. Paul. Jalen Neiman Burnett back into the game, replacing America Fitch for the South St. Paul Packers. On the inbound. Nasir Jones trying to work around Ryan Molly. Great dribbling there by Nasir Jones. Tries to go through the legs, now has it, is able to maintain possession. Onto the far side. Up at Hussein. Back again for Jones. Onto the far side wing, trying to work around the defense of the newly checked in Jack Reiners. Nice run to the post. Rebound gathered up here again by Falk Lopez, collecting his own rebound and putting back up and in. So 4 points now for Falk Lopez as the Zephyrs lead is now back to 26, I believe. Yes. Schaefer working around Jones, and again Falk Lopez. Schaefer bothered on his way to the basket, kicked out for Carlson for 3. Hits good. Owen Carlson now 15 points in the opening half. Out of bounds Packer ball. And the explosive Zephyr offense has been hard to contain tonight. We're going to have a whistle, and we'll have another substitution for Mahtomedi as Javon Harvey will come into the game, replacing Ryan Molly for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And for Javon Harvey, just 2 games played this year, averages 2 points in those 2 games. See if, again, for both of these teams dealing with some spring break related absences. We'll see how it works. Fit Hussein for a corner 3 ball, no good. Carlson with the rebound. Carlson going further up ahead here for Reiners. Reiners with the reverse up and in with the right hand. Jack Reiners, a 5'10 senior, getting onto the scoreboard. 4 minutes remaining here in the opening half. 40-9. South St. Paul trailing. On the pressure by Shatinsky. Put down and low further again for Neiman Burnett. And taken away by Carlson. Carlson in the front court. Schaefer from the wing, trying to drive in the low post. Puts it up. Nice move from Schaefer, up and in. 8 points now for John Schaefer on the evening. 42-9 the Zephyrs lead. Timeout called by Mahtomedi. So the Zephyrs starting the game on an 11-0 run. Have not looked back since. Again, a matchup that back in February, South St. Paul won 101-69. And again, even too, taking a look at the box score from the last time, South St. Paul with a 45-23 lead at the half in that one. And again, you wonder how these absences certainly appear to be harming South St. Paul, with a number of key players. Marquise Gleb, who led the Packers in scoring the last time these two teams played, with 30 points, absent tonight. And again, taking a look at Schaefer, beautiful spin move into the low post and then off the glass and in. So the Packers trailing now 42-9, and it appears a perfect season for South St. Paul is on life support as of this moment. If you're interested in coming out and joining us here to assist with the broadcast crew in the Northeast Metro, you can certainly do so by any of a number of ways. You can send Arlen Becker an email at arlen@scctv.org, or you can do so by phone by giving him a call at 651, and I'm afraid I have lost the number from there. Owen Carlson, the leading scorer so far for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, 15 points on the night. Carlson averaging 12.8 points per game. On the inbound, here again for Matthew Lee. Off to the far side, Nasir Jones trying to work around Carlson, gaining space into the front court, into the low post. Out here for Hafid Hussein. Lee from the wing for three, no good. And able to be batted in. No, he did touch on the line. It was a nice effort by Nasir Jones. Unfortunately, just not enough to keep that in play for the young sophomore. And again, for the Packers, you look at this opportunity and the absences that they have tonight. It's a learning opportunity for these players looking for varsity time next year and a hopefully more normal season. Again, continue opportunities for this team to grow. On the drive to the basket, Javon Harvey fouled on the way. We'll have another foul. Does this foul go against Jalen Neiman-Burnett? No, it's not on Neiman-Burnett. It's on Nasir Jones. Thought I heard 2-2. So for Jones, it'll be foul number 2 on the night, his second, team 6th. And the first bucket for Javon Harvey from the free throw line. Substitution as Jones will come out. Falk Lopez will re-enter the game for the Packers. Second chance now for Harvey. Able to get that and a perfect trip from the line. So now the Packers trailing here 44-9. Full court press on again for Keith Newman's crew, as the Packers again trying to regain the front court line. Neiman-Burnett trying to whistle on the far side. Foul is called as Neiman-Burnett was fouled on the drive. And this foul going against Schaefer, that'll be his second. And the 6th Zephyr team foul. So both teams at 6, one away from the bonus here with just under 3 minutes remaining in the opening half. Hussein for Flippin, trying to back his way in, working around Carlson, goes back again. Hafid Hussein at the point. Thought about the 3 ball, but Schaefer closed down. Hussein, here again for Matthew Lee, driving into the post, has to pick it up. Kick back out again for Hussein from the far side wing. Hafid Hussein. The corner put down here by Anthony Falk Lopez on the interior drive. Nice little spin move, good fake. Blocked from behind by Harvey as he shot back up again, and they battle for it here. Schaefer able to get to it first and slow it down to save it as Jalen Neiman-Burnett with a nice possession there, trying to put the shot up but could not get it to fall. Into the front court, freshly into the game, Al McCleary puts a shot up, no good. And the rebound again by Hafid Hussein. And again, the Zephyrs starting to roll their bench a little bit here. Hussein working around to the far side here. Kevin Flippin from the wing. Working around the defense here of Reiners. On a drive to the basket as an offensive foul gets called on Kevin Flippin. So I have another substitution here. That's the 7th team foul of the half for South St. Paul. Schaefer to inbound. And McCleary as Riley Einen recently just subbed back into the game, replacing Carlson. Into the front court. Al McCleary. Off to the far side again, Harvey with a spin here to the near side for Einen. Further up ahead, fall back jumper from Reiners is good and in. And a score so far that on face value would shock many across the state. 46-9, the Zephyrs lead. Einen trying to work around Hussein, trying to save it. Great job to kick it back. Harvey down and low, put up by Reiners and in. 1:26 remaining, opening half. Into the front court, Kevin Flippin working around Harvey. Had some assistance here again by McCleary. Ball's on the court, picked up by Schaefer. John Schaefer Into the front court, driving a low post around. Hussein does not get the ball to fall. Goes back again where Einen can reset at the point. McCleary resetting again here, calling on a play here for Mahtomedi. McCleary looking around a Harvey screen, trying to go back again to the far side corner for Schaefer. Harvey just outside the post, trying to drive in, working around Kevin Flippin. And again here for McCleary, kicked out Harvey. Trying to baseline drive, working around the double team. Put back out once again, and a great save again by McCleary. Schaefer fakes the three, draws a contact. Good aggressive play there by Hafid Hussein. Einen in the corner, 40 seconds remaining here in the opening half. On a drive, McCleary pull-up jumper from the free throw line is no good, and the rebound taken by Neiman Burnett back into the front court. Here's Hafid Hussein. Dribbles it back to the point, then to the far side wing here with 26 seconds remaining in the opening half. Interior pass looking for Falk Lopez. Lopez swarmed by the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Foul is called on Mahtomedi. This will be the 1-and-1 opportunity coming now for the Packers. As the foul will get called on Reiners, that'll be his first. No, Einen will get the foul. Again, the player that the officials have been giving the numbers of has not been what's gone up on the scoreboard. Or I'm just blind from the corner spot. Could be either or. First shot on the 1-and-1 is good for Anthony Falk Lopez. So the Packers in double digits for the first time tonight. For Falk Lopez, 5 points in the night, averages 2.8 to complete the 1-and-1. Shot is up and good. So a 37-point Zephyr lead here, 20 seconds remaining. Sophomore Al McCleary into the front court. We'll try to dribble the play here. Working again. Jack Reiners for McCleary, trying to work around Hussein, stepped out of bounds. Great pressure defensively by South St. Paul. Combination of Kevin Flippin and Hafid Hussein to force Al McCleary to step on that out of bounds line. On the inbound, 6.4 seconds. Hussein trying to work around Reiners, gaining into the front court, driving in, just pull up at the free throw line. Battle for here by Harvey, who picks up the rebound. And an explosive opening half for the 15th ranked Mahtomedi Zephyrs, 48-11. They read the number 2 ranked South St. Paul Packers here at the half. We'll be back to recap half number 1 in just a few moments. This is your home for Mahtomedi Zephyr boys basketball.
STEM is the discipline of hard numbers, precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to get messy, or just mess it up. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to try. Dare to fail. Dare to keep daring. Dare to learn the difference between organic, sedimentary, and non-foliated metamorphic rock. Get outside, find those rocks. Dare to be homeroom famous, a high school fable. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. And for the love of STEM, dare bigger. Dare to code, dare to invent, dare to explore, dare to STEM. Check out Chic and STEM to get started.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
For some, serving means deploying overseas to make the world a safer place. But for many men and women in the National Guard and Reserve, serving happens closer to home.
The vast majority of New Orleans, Louisiana is underwater.
We're starting to get some reports of fire in Paradise.
Wherever you served, you've earned the right to mental health support. Go to BeThereForVeterans.com to learn how VA supports members of the National Guard and Reserve.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
The score at the half is not a misprint, not a typo. That's accurate. Mahtomedi 48, South St. Paul 11 at the end of the opening half in the Metro East finale for the South St. Paul Packers. One game remaining after tonight for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. With you here tonight, my name is Alex Westhead. You can find me on Twitter at Alex Westhead. And I think coming into this game, to see the score that we're seeing, that 48-11, is quite the surprise. The story of the game, early into it, that first possession for Mahtomedi down in the front court, Will Underwood, down with an injury, has not returned since. But the main role players for the Zephyrs beyond that, Carlson, Schaefer, McCown, Oswald, and Molly have picked up the slack. John Schaefer with a beautiful run to the lane here. He's got 8 points so far on the night for Mahtomedi. And then it's been the tailback the other way. Good defense here as well by the Zephyrs, but Anthony Falk-Lopez with a lay-in on that chance. And Schaefer, again, continues to dominate there, as that was actually Cole McCown on the run into the lane, then kick back out. 3-ball for Einen is perfect. And again, the Zephyrs have been offensively dominant, as there's the dunk from Schaefer. He would be joined a few moments later by his teammate Owen Carlson with a dunk of his own. We'll hopefully have that highlight for you. And Kevin Flippen with 3 points, and here's the Carlson dunk for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, and the contact for the and one. First half stats, 48-11, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs lead. Your leading scorer for the Zephyrs is Carlson with 15. Falk-Lopez has 6 the other way for South St. Paul. Mahtomedi 7 for 9 from the free throw line. South St. Paul 1 for 2, as their fouls that have been called against Mahtomedi have been away from the basket. And again, just that one chance from the free throw line for Kevin Flippen for the Packers in the opening half. So a score that certainly, based on stat line alone, would raise some eyebrows, not just across the Metro's East, but across the 3A landscape. As just next week we will be beginning section playoffs here in the state of Minnesota, the week that normally the state tournament would take place. Mahtomedi and the Zephyrs playing out of 4-3A, a section that likely will go the way of the Minnehaha Academy Red Hawks. When you have the sons of NBA and NFL players on your roster, that typically will be how it goes. So currently, the Mahtomedi Zephyrs would host the Governors of St. Paul Johnson in a 4-5 matchup based on Minnesota-Scores.net QRF ranking, similar to a pairwise ranking or a net ranking that the NCAA uses to seed their teams. Columbia Heights and St. Anthony Village in a 3-6 matchup to Tino Grace Hill Murray in the 2-7 in 4-3A. Again, not official by any means, but like with anything, a projection, usually a reliable projection that we can use to see who might be where when all the chips are on the table in just a few weeks' time. Again, at the half, don't pinch yourself, you're not dreaming. Zephyrs 48, South St. Paul Packers 11. And the 15th ranked Zephyrs look to close out the Packers here in half number 2. We'll be back for the start of it. This is your home for Mahtomedi Zephyr boys basketball.
In 2010, Liz was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. After losing her job due to treatment, she was left with few options. A housing voucher gave her hope that she could find a place to live with her daughter. To her surprise, that same voucher would result in her being denied housing.
I felt so dejected and ashamed. It was shocking to me that people actually just discriminated against you for the type of income you were utilizing to pay your rent.
Now, thanks to a new law in New York State, it is illegal for people like Liz to be denied housing based on their source of income. Do you use non-wage income such as veterans or disability benefits, Section 8 vouchers, or child support to pay for housing? If you suspect discrimination, call 1-800-788-9898 to contact the New York State Office of the Attorney General or visit endincomebiasny.com.
I am at this point proud to say that I am using my voucher and a proud renter of an apartment where my daughter and I are very happily living.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry, I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
My son Andrew was always a joy to be around. He was smart and talented with a personality that just drew people to him. And he is all of those things and more today. I always taught him to be accepting of other people and to be true in everything you do. That's why when Andrew was suddenly fired from his teaching job for being gay, I literally felt my heart break. As a parent, you try to prepare your child for anything that can happen in life, but how do you prepare them for something like that? I hope for a future where no matter what a person's sexual orientation is, people will be treated with respect, equality, and love.
Start of the second half here from Mahtomedi High School. The 15th ranked Zephyrs lead the second ranked Packers 48-11. And again, the reason largely for that, we took a look at halftime. And of the starting varsity lineup for the South St. Paul Packers, our player to watch, Alonzo Dodd, out, as well as Keon Moore, Sean West Zimple, Ramonte and Ramontre Harmon, Marquise Gleb, and Brandon Gagnon Gordon. So a majority junior varsity lineup. The story to watch for the Zephyrs: Will Underwood, injured on the first play of the game for Mahtomedi and has not returned, currently sitting on the bench. Zephyrs with possession here to start. Foul called immediately on the way. And this foul will go against Hafid Hussein. So a scoreline again that will raise eyebrows across the state, but I think generally if you get down to the box score and get down to the nitty-gritty, is that I think that you'll have to take this result with a grain of salt if it holds. On the inbound, Kyle Oswald here for Carlson, fakes the three, gonna work around back to the inside again against Neiman Burnett. Pulls it back of the wing, screen set by McCown, pulls up a three from the wing, it's good. Owen Carlson with 18 on the night. And the Zephyrs lead now is 40. Kevin Flippin, nice runner into the lane, hits high off the glass and in. And so the Packers will have to match basket for basket the rest of the way and then get some defensive stops. Almost got one there. Foul was called against Jalen Neiman Burnett. Pretty good positioning. Arms are up perfectly on the box out, and so two quick fouls for the Packers as a team. That'll be the third foul against Jalen Neiman Burnett, the senior for the South St. Paul Packers, who averages 6.3 points per game, and now shooting two, Cole McCown. McCown with his third point of the night for the Zephyrs, averages 3.7, so he will exceed his average here in just about one shot if he hits it here, which he does. Zephyrs by 40 once more. Hafid Hussein. Because again, this contest will close out the regular season for the South St. Paul Packers. Mahtomedi with one more against Tartan. And the Titans here at home on Saturday. Carlson stolen away. Schaefer on the fast break. Carlson puts it up and in off the glass. Beautiful runner for Owen Carlson, who has 20 points on the night for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Hafid Hussein. Back again further here for Nasir Jones. On the drive on the baseline, Neiman Burnett puts a shot up nicely in. And a good response by Neiman Burnett. He's got 4 points on the night. 16:47 remaining here, half number 2. Zephyrs 55, Packers 15. Shot from McCown, rebounded here, gotten to again by McCown rather. As it was Shaver who took the shot. Now turnover by Carlson. And again, astutely on position. Neiman Burnett on the takeaway. Whistle blows, foul is called. We'll have 2 shots here to the line. So the Packers only shot 2 free throws in the opening half. 1 for 2 from the line. As a foul will be called on Kyle Oswald. That'll be his 3rd, team first of the second half. So Hafid Hussein will have 2 shots here on the 2-shot foul. And the first shot is good. So for Hafid Hussein, has played in 7 games in a backup role for the South St. Paul Packers, who averages a point per game, only has 7 points on the season as a whole. One more shot, and that's 2. Into the front court, Ryan Molly. Molly looking again for an outlet, goes back to Oswald. McCown in the low post, working around Jones, taken away by Nasir Jones. Into the front court quickly come the Packers. Nasir Jones pulls it up there, working around Carlson, goes back again for Hussein at the point. Hussein working around the screen, set by Falk Lopez, and again further, here's Schaefer. Hussein turned it over right into the outstretched arms, taken back the other way. John Schaefer pulling up, puts the runner up off the glass and in. John Schaefer in double digits now, 20 points for Schaefer, 20 points for Carlson, and the lead back again to 40. Hussein, further again there, nice shoulder fake by Neiman Burnett. Hussein for 3, rims in and out and in. So Hafid Hussein now with 5 points on the night for the Packers. Ryan Molly gaining the front court, has 5 points tonight for the Zephyrs. Carlson working around there as Jones defends for the Packers. Carlson on the wing, driving back in, was looking for McCole McCown, then taken away by Kevin Flippin. Flippin into the front court, lost the handle on it his way. Carlson picks it up again for Mahtomedi. Here's Owen Carlson off to the far side. Kyle Oswald down under the basket. Nice reverse there for Schaefer, up and in. So John Schaefer now with 12 points on the night. 59-20, the Zephyrs lead. Hussein back again, Neiman Burnett. Neiman Burnett gonna dribble around to the far side wing, goes back for Hussein, guarded here softly by Schaefer. Puts up a 3, why wouldn't you? A little bit too far out of bounds, and we'll have the whistle blow there. Substitutions for the Zephyrs, as Einan and Shatinsky will come back into the game, replacing McCown and Oswald for the Zephyrs. So resetting the court for Mahtomedi, Shatinsky, Einan, Carlson, Schaefer, and Molly, and resetting for the Packers. On the runner there, up and in by Ryan Molly, and the lead 41. Resetting again for the Packers, Hussein, Neiman Burnett, Jones, Falk Lopez, and Flippin. The 5-4 Matthew McAllister's South St. Paul Packers. Again, Carlson on the run to the lane, puts it up and in. So the fast break points starting to explode here again for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, who led 48-11 at the end of the opening half. On the inbound, tipped out of harm's way there again by Molly, as the Zephyrs again back into the front court. Here under the basket for Einan, put the shot up and got it to go. Whistle blows, timeout on the court by Keith Newman and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. 13:59 remaining here in this half. Zephyrs lead by 45. Or we won't have a timeout. I thought we had a timeout. No, it's just a substitution, as Nasir Jones will exit the game and Matthew Lee will come back into the game. Hussein gaining the center court line, goes back again off to the far side. Neiman Burnett. Falk Lopez. Once more again, Matthew Lee working around offensively there as Jack Reiners back into the game for the Zephyrs. On a drive, Neiman Burnett has to pull it up, bothered there, out of bounds, Packer ball, as it went off the hands of Shatinsky. Substitution again for the Packers as America Fitch, I should say, returns to the game. Falk Lopez out for the Packers, and another substitution for Mahtomedi as Jordan Hull enters the game for the first time, replacing Owen Carlson, who leads all Zephyr scorers tonight with 22. On the inbound, Neiman Brennan. In the wing, Fitch. Trying to drive against Jordan Hull as the shot goes up. Hull gets the rebound for Mahtomedi. Einen. Carried into the front court. Einen will pull it back, working against Hussein. Goes off to the far side again, further for Reiners. Going back here to the near side. Molly. Just inside the post, send it back down low again. Jordan Hull inside for Shatinsky. Puts the shot up, tried to draw the contact. Didn't get the call, but put the bucket in anyway. So Shatinsky with 5 points on the night. Again, Hafid Hussein. Into the front court here for Kevin Flippin. Hussein once more at the left side wing. Dribbling it back in there, avoids Molly defensively. Shatinsky on defense there as the ball got into the interior. Now taken away again here by Reiners. On the rush, Jordan Hall on the way to the basket. Foul is called. It'll go against America Fitch. And for Fitch, that'll be his 3rd foul of the game, the 3rd team foul of the half for the Packers. And so 2 shots upcoming here for number 1, Jordan Hull. And for Jordan Hull, this is just his 2nd appearance in the year. He had 8 points in his first and only appearance of the year so far. Another substitution as Molly will sub out, and as the Zephyrs start to roll the junior varsity bench a little bit of the players who are here. And the rebound again by Fitch back the other way. So number 32 has checked in for the Zephyrs. Again, no 32 listed on the roster for Mahtomedi or South St. Paul. So again, we're thankful to Darren Edwards for giving us the numbers there. So if there's anyone who knows who number 32 is for the Zephyrs varsity, we would certainly appreciate that as well. Here's Fitch. Trying to drive, pull-up jumper, taken away back the other way by the Zephyrs 32. Here for Jordan Hull on the runner, up to the basket and in. So Jordan Hull now 5. No, that can't be right, as he's got his 3rd points of the night. And then back the other way, 69-20, Zephyrs lead. Kevin Flippin trying to drive into the post, has to pick it up there, taken away again by Reiners. Reiners in the front court on the deck for Hull, pull-up jumper from just outside the low post. And the lead now 50-1 for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Hussein, wing 3 balls too far, and then the rebound gotten here by Matthew Lee. Lee put down and low off the hands of Flippin as it's held in again on that corner. America Fitch trying to drive in against Riley Einen as the shot gets put up. Fitch gets his own rebound there, looking for, battling for it, drawing a foul, but instead gets the jump ball. More substitutions both ways, as there'll be substitutions again for South St. Paul. And substitutions for Mahtomedi as well. There's a number 30 who has entered the game. Jalen Neiman Burnett returns. And we'll reset the court for you whenever we get that chance. On the inbound, Hafid Hussein. Hussein trying to drive around the defense here of McCleary. Goes back again, far wing for number 30. Back down and low. Neiman Burnett for 30 again, driving to the high post, put up just outside the 3-point line. The rebound gathered here by Lee. Trying to work under the basket. The ball still loose through the legs. Can be taken here by Javon Harvey for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Into the front court, McCleary. Working around the screen there of Harvey, driving to his right. McCleary working back, goes all the way far side. Good save play made there by James Ecker now into the game. Harvey puts a shot up, draws the foul. Big contact made as Lee was on the way to the basket. And the blocking foul called against him. So for Lee, that'll be his first, team 4th of the half for the Packers. And so Javon Harvey with 2 shots coming from the free throw line. He's got 2 so far tonight. Unable to get the first shot to go. So for these Zephyrs, many of them making just their 2nd appearance of the season. And again for head coach Matthew McAllister, 17-0 on the season, coming into play today, the number 2 ranked team in Class 3A. 10:57 remaining here in half number 2. Zephyrs' lead is 52 points. To the corner. Now dribbled back out again here by Neiman Burnett. Trying to work around the defense of number 32 for the Zephyrs. Put back down and low for Falk Lopez. Kick back out again for 30 for the Packers. Once again on the far side. Great save by Lee. Dribbles back here where it can be reset here by Hafid Hussein. Once more on the far side, number 30 for the Packers, trying to drive back in, lost a handle on it, battled for, still loose, and then taken again here by Falk Lopez, or that's Lee rather. Actually, Neiman Burnham. This is Falk Lopez at the point. Hafid Hussein working around Javon Harvey defensively for the Zephyrs. Hussein doing a nice job, but on the runner to the basket, draws the contact. He'll be helped up by his teammates. And so the foul will be called on Jordan Hall, the 6'1 junior. That'll be the second team foul of the half for Keith Newman's Zephyrs. 72-20 the lead for Mahtomedi. On the inbound, Hussein put it up for number 30 here for the Packers. And it can be taken again once more. On the drive, Lee draws a push. So a baseline throw coming here for South St. Paul. And the foul will be called. I was trying to listen for the name there for number 32, but again, no 32 listed on our roster for the Zephyrs. So, dribble back out, reset once more. Hussein trying to drive in McCleary. Back in again here for Falk Lopez to the far side again. Hussein trying to work in again around McCleary. McCleary, and then able to draw the contact there as McCleary will be charged with a foul. So McCleary, that'll be his first individual foul of the game. Fourth team foul for Mahtomedi and the Zephyrs. Another substitution as Jordan Hull will sub out, and Jonathan Harvey will enter the game for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, the 5'10 junior. And for Jonathan Harvey, just his second appearance, got 2 points in his first appearance for the Zephyrs. Neiman Burnham on the wing, trying to put it low further for Falk Lopez. Pull-up jumper is good, and Falk Lopez, who leads all Packer scorers with 8 points on the night, has a new season individual high for him, as he came into the game averaging 2.8 points per game. McCleary driving to the right side post, kick back out again, further pull-up jumper for 3 is no good. Too strong on the shot there by James Ecker. Ball is battled for there as the Harveys able to try to force the ball free, but instead get the jump ball call. And possession will retain here for Mahtomedi. On the inbound, 5'10 sophomore Al McCleary. Moving to inbound here for the Zephyrs. Lead is 50 for Mahtomedi. On that far side. Push further again on a drive to the basket there by Jonathan Harvey, out of bounds, Packer ball. I think he was looking for the foul call there. Did not get it. So the inbound once again, Hafid Hussein. Into the front court, off to the far side wing. Just about halfway home here in half number 2. Neiman Burnham trying to work around the defense here of Ecker. On his way to the basket, converts the shot and will head to the line for the 3-point play. Jalen Neiman Burnett with 6 points on the night for the South St. Paul Packers, as he looks to complete the 3-point play. Coming back into the game on the substitution is actually not coming into the game for the first time as John Diffley for the Zephyrs. And a 3-point play to be completed here by Jalen Neiman Burnett. Shot is up. It's no good. Rebounded here by Javon Harvey as the Zephyrs try to carry it back into the front court. Al McCleary into the front court. The Zephyr 5 on the court right now. Diffley, Harvey, Ecker, other Harvey, and on the shot up, no good there from Ecker, but he'll head the line for 2. And Al McCleary. So those are the 5 on the floor for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And on the other side, for the South St. Paul Packers, Hussein, Neiman Burnett, Matthew Lee, a number 30 who unfortunately we don't have, again, a number 30 on the roster provided to us by South St. Paul. As the shot is up and good from Ecker, so he's got his first point of the night. And then Anthony Falk Lopez rounding out the 5 on the floor for the Packers. Second shot now for James Ecker is good. And so 2 points on the night for Ecker in just his second game of the year. He averages 2 points. His season high is 2 points. To inbound here, Matthew Lee will be taken further up the court here by number 30. for the Packers. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please let us know who number 30 is, because again, we don't have that player on our roster. Ball batted up there on the defense of John Diffley. For Lee for three, no, just inside the 2-point arc. And that pulls the Zephyr lead now to 48. Al McCleary trying to gain to the front court further here now again for Jonathan Harvey. Harvey with a nice move on the reverse rebound, got to nicely by Jalen Neiman-Burnett. Quickly back into the front court, Hafid Hussein pulls it back up there on the far side wing, trying to work around McCleary defensively, assisted on the defense by John Diffley. Kick back out again, Neiman-Burnett. Once again further to the wing, and then Hussein again around a screen. Trying to work around Jordan Hull, but a nice screen set there by Neiman-Burnett, forcing the switch. Hussein for Lee from the wing, trying to drive on Harvey. Kicked it back out again further in the low post. Neiman-Burnett thought about pulling it back up now. The far side wing just outside the three-point lane range. Hafid Hussein once more, who dribbles it right near the scorer's table, and then interior. Looking again, Neiman-Burnett put down a low, up and in for Lee. No, could not get that shot to fall. Lee kicked back out for three for Neiman-Burnett, no good. And the rebound still battled up in the air, out of bounds, and it'll be Zephyr ball. So number 32 back in the game for the Zephyrs, replacing Al McCleary. And again, I do want to apologize. We don't have a 32 on the roster provided by Mahtomedi High School either. So again, if you're watching and you happen to be the parent of number 32, if you happen to have the name of that individual, we'd love to hear it, because unfortunately can't hear quite clearly here at Mahtomedi High School. Into the front court, 5:26 remaining here, second half. Zephyrs by 48. Harvey putting low to his brother Javon. Ball's on the deck and gotten to again by Jordan Hall for the Zephyrs from the corner. Jonathan all the way back out again here. John Diffley for three, no good. He could not get it, and the rebound here for Falk Lopez for the Packers. Into the front court quickly, Hafid Hussein trying to work around Jordan Hall defensively, cuts it to the inside, back out again, and into the corner once more. Neiman-Burnett puts it interior. Great play by Falk Lopez to put the arm up and get the shot off, but did not get it to go. Quickly, Javon goes back again to the far side. Three ball is up for Diffley. Comes here to the near side. Hafid Hussein on the rebound. On the fast break back the other way for the Packers as they try to carry it in the front court. Hussein has it now again. Driving to the low post. Shot put up. Block on the drive. A foul is called. And so Jalen Neiman-Burnett will head to the line for two shots. It'll be the sixth team foul of the second half for Mahtomedi. And it'll be the second team foul called against one of the Zephyrs on the blocked shot. They haven't put the number up quite yet. So two shots upcoming here for Neiman-Burnett. First shot is good. And for Jalen, averages 6.3 points per game on the year. Substitutions for Mahtomedi as McCleary and Ecker back into the game, replacing Jonathan Harvey and Jordan Hull. Second shot now for Neiman-Burnett, the senior forward I should say, excuse me. Did not get the second shot to go. Now back again the other way come the Zephyrs. McCleary over the center court line, able to drive it down into the low post. Nice little Euro step move, blocked, and then Neiman-Burnett able to get the rebound. Hafid Hussein. And for these South St. Paul Packers, playing out of Section 3A, they'll finish with a record of 17-1 on the regular season and look to have the number 1 seed in Section 3A. As a pull-up jumper just inside the wing, able to be finished off that time by John Diffley, looking for the second chance effort. Again, for South St. Paul, currently the number 2 team in Class 3A based on the MN Basketball News Top 20 poll that was put out yesterday. Other teams in that section as the ball taken back again away by Javon Harvey. Harvey trying to work his way in. Nice runner to the lane. Could not get that ball to go. And the rebound gotten to and battled for by freshly into the game, Charles Mudgeon. Off to the far side. Further again, Neiman-Burnett trying to drive under. Bludgeon, no good. Rebound fought and battled for here by James Ecker back the other way. Ecker trying to pull it up, able to draw the contact on the drive. So he'll head to the line for 2. And that's Nasir Jones will get the foul. Again, we talked in the halftime about the projected seedings for Section 4-3A. As again, you see the foul there on Nasir Jones. So you have 2 shots on the shooting foul upcoming. First shot here by James Ecker is good, so the sophomore with 3 points on the night sets a new season high individually for points. We'll have another substitution as Jonathan Harvey sets to come back into the game. Again, for the Packers, other teams in their section, Richfield, St. Croix Lutheran, St. Paul Highland Park, Holy Angels could potentially upset them in that section, but I think the gap for a full healthy Packer team, I think would just be too great for any of those teams to encompass. And I think that in 4-3A, Minnehaha Academy, Totino Grace, Columbia Heights will be an interesting matchup at the top, but Mahtomedi, Keith Newman's squad always lethal when it comes to March. On the drive. Shot is in. Nasir Jones with a bucket. That'll be his first 2 points of the night for Nasir Jones. And the lead again for the Zephyrs is now at 49. Here less than a minute, just about a minute to go here in this game. Again, a running clock is used. Here with the deficit being what it is, off to the far side again. Wing 3 is no good. Rebounded by Matthew Lee for the Packers. Hafid Hussein quickly into the front court with the win. The Zephyrs will improve to 12-3. Overall, 10-3 in the Metro East Conference. They have one more game remaining this coming Saturday here at Mahtomedi against the Tartan Titans, who look to improve their section seeding in 4-4A. 3 ball is good. Nasir Jones now with 5 points in the night for the Packers. And quickly into the front court. McCleary for Jonathan Harvey. Trying to work around Nasir Jones, driving into the post. Kick back out again further from McCleary, who pull-up jumper. Nice little runner. And the ball battled up in the air. Can be taken again here by Charles Mudgett back the other way. And then quickly once more for Hafid Hussein. 21 seconds remaining here in this basketball game. Hussein off to the far side again. Runner into the lane. Nasir Jones gets the shot to fall. So 7 points now for Nasir Jones. And then with the last possession here of the game, Jonathan Harvey. Here into the corner, John Diffley. Holds it, kicks it back all the way out for Javon, who will hold it, dribble it, and the horn will sound. And a score that will certainly resonate. And thank you to Keon King for clarifying that number 30 was Amari Hill. And again, I wish I would have seen that sooner. So thank you, Keon, for making sure that we knew that name. And a score that, on face value, just looking at it how it is, the 15th ranked Zephyrs with a 78-34 win over the 2nd ranked South St. Paul Packers. But again, I think if you look at this one, with the Zephyrs losing the first matchup of the year to South St. Paul 101-69, I think a healthy Packer team, a full-strength Packer team would have made this score a little bit different, but the Zephyrs certainly will take it and take the win here tonight. Your leading scores for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, 22 for Owen Carlson, and for the South St. Paul Packers, Anthony Falk Lopez with 8 points on the night for South St. Paul. Free throw shooting for these teams, Mahtomedi 14 of 19, and for the Packers of South St. Paul, 3, 4, 5. Again, the final here from Mahtomedi High School, 78-34. The Zephyrs win. Our camera operators tonight, Steve Adams, Elin Felix, and Chris, whose last name I always forget, and I apologize for Chris immensely every time in which I do so. In the truck, Arlen Becker and David Schuyler. For Dean Gross at Master Control, I am Alex Westad. Again, the final, 78-34. The Mahtomedi Zephyrs pick up win number 12 on the season, heading into their final matchup with the Tartan Titans coming up on Saturday. This is your home for Mahtomedi Zephyr boys basketball.